My name is Michael Watson. This is my FTT 217 week 2 assignment. Today's date is August 10th. So we're going to start out with part 1, show off all of the assembly, all the parts and components that we have for this rifle. I did receive my rifle as a kit, so it is completely disassembled, and so I didn't have to disassemble it for this course so far. So here is my exploded view. So this here is the gas tube, and so its role in firing actually takes the gas as it travels down the barrel and creates the gas blowback system, where it will blow back the gas, pushing back the bulk carrier group, extracting the spent shell casing, and then inserting a new one into the chamber if it has another round. If not, then the bolt will lock back. So next we're going to go with granted this is taken apart, but we're going to go with the trigger and hammer assembly. So mine, of course, like I said, came built. So what happens with this in the firing in the cycle of operations is, once the trigger is pulled, the hammer flies forward and strikes the firing pin on the bolt, the bolt carrier, which then of course pushes in the primer and fires the round, ignites the primer and fires the round. We're going to do the buffer tube and buffer spring. I'm going to count this as just one piece because, in my opinion, yes, it is two pieces, but I view them as one because you can't have one without the other. So in firing the weapon, as the gases are blown back and the rounds are ejected and the bolt is pushed back, if this was not in the rifle, because what happens is this is pushed back and compressed, and then once the gases have stopped, this pushes the bolt forward, which then continues a cycle, being that these are semi-automatic weapons. So it will push the bolt forward, which would help insert another round into the chamber, and so we can continue the firing process. It also helps manage the recoil as well. So I have my selector switch. Now I'm keeping this in the bag for now until I get ready to put it in, just because it's got some small pieces and there's a bunch of small pieces, so I didn't want to get them mixed up by accident. But this is the selector switch. So for the cycle of operations in this weapon and in most firearms, this takes the weapon from a safe, which locks the trigger with a manual lock so that it cannot be fired. You flick it down and it turns the weapon into fire, which frees the trigger to be pulled and start the firing process. Honestly, this is a pretty important piece of the whole mechanism, because if this fails, either your gun won't shoot anymore because it's going to be stuck on safe, or it's going to never be able to be rendered safe as far as a condition. I think it's condition 1. Yeah, I think it's condition 1, where you have a magazine inserted in a round in a chamber. You cannot render it safe if this fails. So it has 3 pieces. I'm going to talk about it as one solid piece because this is how it was shipped to me. But so we have your bolt, bolt carrier, and then inside is the firing pin. So what these components do is there are ejector sleeves right here. This will actually pull on, slip around in here. The round will sit in, and then as the hammer strikes the firing pin, it will fire the round. This will get pushed back through the gas blowback. This will get pushed in and eject this will pull out. And then as it pulls out, it will actually eject the round because you have an ejector right there. So this plays a big point. Is you don't have this, pretty much don't have a gun. You have a hunk of metal, a metal club, in my personal opinion. And I don't know if this one counts, but I'm gonna go with the magazine. So my magazine is empty right now. We did receive dummy rounds that I'll be doing a functions check with, but this plays a vital role in the actual cycle of operations because you have your rounds loaded in here, and this is a 10 round mag, so you would have 10 rounds here, and as they come in, the bolt comes back and takes a round and slides it up into the chamber of the weapon, so that the next round can be fired after the first round has been fired, or you charge it for the first time. So now I'm gonna start putting this together, and we'll be back. So again, like I said, we'll show you here again that nothing is. Alright, so we're back, and now we have my AR-10 fully assembled. So we're gonna do the firing pin. And audible click. So everything is functioning. Butt stock is secure, pistol grip secure. Everything's tightened down to spec.